person, right? So give us a call down here. We'd love to have you in here, set up some personal consultations. We'll still do it virtually if you can't make it down. We've got that down too. So please just let us be a part of your next project, your client's next project, because we have so much to show off. I'm going to talk about the Minimalist Collection, but one thing I urge you all to do is to take a look at our new professional ranges. They're going to be coming out in the next couple of months, and they are so exciting. They've got smart true temp burners on there. They've got connectability. The design and the adjustable colors on the LED glass are absolutely stunning. We're not going to talk about that, but please take a look, because there's going to be clients out there that if their designers have not heard about this, they're going to be unhappy in the future when they know Monogram's new range is on the market. So check that out. Guys, if you don't know me, I take care of everything here at the showroom, from personal in-house consultations, demonstrations, national work, virtual designer trainings, in-person designer trainings. I've been here for like 7, going on 8 years now in the luxury appliance industry as a chef working for Monogram. And I could not be happier than I am today with Monogram, standing in front of the Minimalist Collection. Where we are today with Monogram is pushing technology. It's pushing the materials we're using. It's pushing the performance that everyone else is kind of back on their heels trying to keep up with us. And it's definitely pushing the ownership experience. I'll tell you more about that last part later, but what I want to do now is get a little hands-on cooking going for you. And to do that, I've created this great baked brie appetizer here to show off the best parts about Monogram cooking right now. Best parts about Monogram cooking is that I'm not just making any old baked brie appetizer. We're going to do a hot air fry on this, because our new 30-inch wall ovens here, you see I got a big coquette, that's my dinner in there, yep, little chicken and dumplings going. But these 30-inch wall ovens actually come with hot air fry technology, allowing us to produce crispy, crunchy results with, like, you know, half the fat or more, depending on the dish, in a matter of time compared to a normal oven. I'm going to show you how I'm making this. This is a mango chutney. I'm just throwing that on top of the 8-ounce wheel of brie. We're going to make this chutney here in a little bit. I'll show you how we do that. One of my favorite sauces, great chutney. We're going to take a little bit of egg wash there, grab a pastry brush. And guys, hot air frying is not only, you know, like a way to fry, a way to take something that you would normally cook in 4 cups of fat, like fried chicken, and cut it down to 4 tablespoons. It's a way to actually eat a little bit healthier, you know, eat a little bit more healthy when we're not even air frying. So what I've done here, guys, I've got puff pastry on the bottom, puff pastry sheet. Make your own. No, please don't make your own. Don't do that to me. You could. It might take you the next 5 weeks. Buy this in the freezer section if you want to. But all we're doing is taking that and defrosting it. Egg wash. What is egg wash? And I think we're putting this recipe, should be getting in there in the chat somewhere for you guys. Got a nice, beautiful Monogram recipe on this. Egg wash is just a little bit of egg and water whipped up into a nice kind of runny consistency here. And when we do that, it makes it able to kind of seal these corners. It's the glue for our dough. After that, I like to take these edges up towards the center and crimp them again. Just one time, like so. Fold them up. You don't have to be neat about this. I have a lot of tricks. You can go on the Instagram, you can go on YouTube and see a lot of tricks for garnishing something like this. But if you're in a hurry, if you don't really care that if you have little leaves or anything on there, we're just going to gather that all up into the center. Like I said, with air fry technology, there's a lot of different air fry trays out there. These fit really well with our oven and fit really well with how I cook. So I like to use these. I've got some bigger, I've got some smaller ones. But again, all we've got here, brie, puff pastry, mango chutney. Again, what is mango chutney? Mango chutney is tangy, it's sweet, it's got a little bit of heat to it, it's got some spice, it's got some golden raisins. It's Indian cuisine, but it's used throughout the world in many different variations through the spice trades in the Caribbean, all the way to India, South America, you name it, there's different versions of this. But the version, what I'm doing is this air fry baked brie, hot air fry. Push of a button, select my air fry. Another push of a button, select 400 degrees update. Air frying starts immediately. The oven is preheating. We do not need to preheat our oven at Monogram when we air fry though. Very easily, you're gonna see me pull out that full extension ball bearing rack back there, take that baked brie, whoops, forgetting a step. See, sometimes I'm talking too much and I forget a step too. A little extra egg wash on top. What that does is browning, caramelization, golden, even browning across the top when we get enough of that egg wash on there. Perfect. Right into the oven. You'll be able to see the action on that full extending ball bearing rack. You can see that great tower lighting shining across my brie right now. Take that rack, just push it with the finger. In it goes, slides right back into place like I intended to. Another great feature, don't slam the door. Why? We've got soft close. Very nice. Turn the oven light back on there. I'm gonna hit a timer for, let's say, 12 minutes. Do I think it might take a little longer? Yeah, but that's okay. 12 minutes will make sure that I can check it, not burn it, and give myself the opportunity to get it absolutely perfect. Right now, in that oven though, what's happening is we're using our convection systems back there. Just like I'm using this on convection bake. Look at that big pot of chicken and dumplings in there. It's gonna be delicious. Courtney and the rest of the crew will get some too, don't worry. But you can see I've got a huge convection fan behind there, throwing out nice, even air. That convection fan can turn off and reverse itself and draw the air back in. But at Monogram, we went one step further, or two, or three, or four. You know, we don't know when to quit. We just look at our pro range, that'll tell you. But we put direct air convection from the top to encapsulate this pot, to make everything nice and even. Or if I was like making, let's say, a Dutch oven French bread in here, you would have the lid off at some point. You can see my chicken's just starting, but if you took the lid off, that direct air from the top kind of stirs the air out of that pot and gets rid of any dead areas. So it's very nice and even all the way across. Now, what we've done with that convection system from the top and the back again, beef it up, make it more powerful, give it more oomph to do its job. And that's how we get the hot air fry mode for what we're doing with this brie. Because we're not just saying, no, we've got these little wimpy fans. No, we have powerful fans that we're controlling in a way we've never done before. We're adding it from the top, creating a turbulent environment in there so that when we hot air fry, which is less oil, right? Still crisping, browning, getting those results. But even with that, less oil, the byproduct of it is a more moisture-rich environment. So with Monogram, we've got bake elements, broil elements in there, elements behind our convection fans that help us dry out the environment so that we wick away the moisture, leaving everything nice and crispy much quicker than, guess what, any countertop unit out there. We'll cover more about that countertop cooking because I'm getting ready to come in here and cook in our 5-in-1 oven too that has a ton of functionality. And when we talk about our pro range, we talk about the Minimalist Collection wall oven 5-in-1, all of those take countertop appliances and just start building them into them. So you scratch those off your countertop, no more need to store them or figure out where to put them or pull all the different pieces apart to clean them or not have enough capacity. I'll tell you more about that in a second, but let's go ahead and get a little flatbread going. So I had this proofing up in my 5-in-1 before we started here. Bring you guys down a little closer. And this is basically maybe a little less leavening in here than I would do like on a pizza dough. But you can see I kind of prepared it just the same. I use this trick quite often when I'm doing pizzas, flatbreads, baking big mounds of dough because I can put semolina under the bottom of these pizza trays and just let it out onto my work surface very quickly. I love these rolling pins. This is, I forget the brand. I don't think they send me money anymore, so we won't say it. No, it is a stove, I believe, rolling pin, but it's dishwasher safe, and it's very, very heavy. And heavy because when I set it down on something, I don't have to worry about my pressure being uneven on the pin and getting more or less out of my dough. Now you just roll across, and with enough semolina on there, I'm just knocking the air out of this flatbread very, very easily. I'm gonna go into my 5-in-1, grab my bake tray right here. Perfect. And then we'll pop this little guy down on top of it. I've got just a little bit of fresh dehydrated garlic, or dehydrated garlic, mushroom, a little bit of mushroom powder on there. Grab my olive oil like that. I want a little bit of extra spice, so I make this red chili oil. Look at that. Cracked red pepper. You've all seen cracked red pepper. All you do is take it, put it in olive oil, shake it up in a bottle, and walk away for a month. You come back, beautiful, red, vibrant oil. Garnish with it. Put it on top of your tacos. The sky is the limit with that oil. Use it for marinades. So much fun things that we can do with that. But this is just going to kind of blend and give me a nice spice to this flatbread to hopefully go along with my brie. Got that dehydrated garlic. Yummy. If you guys farm, oh man, you have to get one of our new wall ovens, because outside of the hot air fry, that's right, we're doing dehydration in there. So your garlic powders that you make yourself are so much more fragrant, so much more enjoyable than anything we get off the grocery store shelves. Want to tell you that first off. All right, very easily, we've got a simple dough. There's a frozen dough that you could buy to use for this. You can make your own fresh. But the best part about this is you could have that brie waiting out in the refrigerator. You could have this dough waiting in the refrigerator, and you might just be coming home with the guys, the gals, whatever the occasion is, and we're gonna have a snack. We're gonna get out the sangria. We're gonna get out the red wine, a little chunk of salami, whatever you might want to have. But with the power of Monogram and a 5-in-1 oven that cooks up to 8 times faster than gas, you've got the benefit of not preheating your brie oven, just put it in. Walk into your 5-in-1 oven, grab that fresh dough right out of the reefer, put it into the oven here, and again, 8 times faster than a normal oven because we don't have to preheat. 7-inch LCD screen, love that. Precision cooking, cool. Oh, 175 recipes. Maybe I can find one for fresh bread here. Into the fresh section. All right. Oh, baked goods right in the first category. We got breads, desserts. Let's go with breads. We got biscuits, breadsticks, cheese bread, crescent rolls. Going on to more. We got garlic bread. That's very close to garlic bread. More like slices. There we go. And off to the races we go. Immediately that light comes on, guys, because that light is doing the heavy lifting. That light is 1500 watt halogen light, shining out very brightly, very intense, superheating the cavity of the oven, creating caramelization, rendering and popping those fats in there. We also have a bake element that shoots up from the bottom, matching that top heat, and then that convection fan in the back that shoots out hot air again to circulate the air. So it's nice and even. You guys know the 5-in-1, or maybe you don't know, 5-in-1 is a full-fledged microwave too, so I just heated up my coffee in there, my chai tea. But now, no microwave on, just using this as a normal convection oven. You guys know that we can do that. Comes with that great oven rack in there that I just took out. A great oven rack. Just use this as a convection oven. I'm not going to spend any time on that today, but if you guys have questions about the 5-in-1 and what it does, please let me have them. I can't live without it. One of my favorite modes is when I just use it as a toaster oven. So I do my chai tea in there, heat it up easily, but for my scone, for my toast, whatever my breakfast product is, toaster oven, crispy, crunchy, perfect results without sacrificing my quality of food from the night before. I'm going to pan us over here We got things happening quick, guys. Oh my gosh. Let's go ahead and take a look at that Brie really quickly. You know, being a Monogram chef, if I wasn't a chef, I sure hope somebody would introduce me to the brand Monogram because it makes me look so darn good at my job. And it's not me, it's the technology. Once again, already, no preheat time. Come on in with me. Let's take a look at this. I wish you guys could have a slice of bread, a hunk of mango to eat with this. Look at that, it's browning up already. I see ooey, I see gooey, I see the words that we want to have in our lives when we're enjoying that. I'm gonna move you guys over to the induction cooktop where all that magic kind of happens behind me. It's gonna happen quickly. Induction cooking. Hey, Courtney, would you mind giving me a slide, like a couple foot to your right or left, you know which way it is. Perfect, that's great, I love it, right there, thank you. Gotta have help in this virtual world. What we're gonna do now is focus on this chutney just a little bit on the induction cooktop. Induction cooking, perfect for chutney because chutney has sugar. Chutney is fresh. Chutney renders down, reduces, not renders down, but reduces down. And we want to get a little bit of caramelization going from a lot of those sugars in there. So when it starts to thicken itself, what I always say is that when something starts to thicken itself, it's like little hands clapping. It's almost finished. And you'll hear that here in a minute. And that's the little bubbles popping when they come together. That shows me that I have reduced the sugars enough to let them start thickening. So I got my mango there. Maybe, you know, you can peel your mango. There's a ton of different ways to take down a mango. You know, when I lived in the Virgin Islands for about 6 years, we didn't peel them. We just sat on the beach with our butts in the sand, just peeled the skin off with our teeth and ate until our heart's content. All we got to do is take a little bit off like so. We're going to make a mango chutney. We can do some fillets like this. I like that. We can run the knife through. You guys know how to hold a knife so you don't cut your knuckles off or your fingers off, just like this. Use it as a guide. This is a vegetable knife, so I'm never going to grab my knuckles, hopefully. And then my hands, and most importantly, that thumb curled under, right? Because these fingers now kind of act as my crab crawlers across the food. Those crab crawlers also giving us all of our perfect bâtonnet cuts, all of our different five dice, julienne, all of those different cuts are controlled by the movement of our hands. When you become so comfortable with your knife in your hands, what is beautiful, okay, it's looking good. Couple more minutes on that bread yet. What is beautiful is that you're able to actually watch your kitchen or other people in the room, or maybe even do like, make sure there's nobody on like a Zoom call that has a question, because you're feeling everything with your hands and hopefully not losing a fingernail, if you know what I mean. So you're able to be more productive. You're able to hopefully not have to look around, but your mind wanders and you're not keeping your eye on the prize. So when you have the proper technique, you have a lot more fun in the kitchen. All right, so we got that mango broken down nice and neat. What we're going to do now is turn on our little butter burner here. We'll grab a little bit of avocado oil. You could use butter. You could use a number of different fats that mostly that interest you or fit your diet. But I use that avocado oil, it's a little lighter. I like butter most of the time. I'm trying to feed some of my colleagues here too, so we won't use any dairy today. Grab my little bit of onion here. There we go. So now on my induction top, in the matter of just telling you what kind of oil is in there, you can hear I've already got sauteing temperatures happening on that. We want to start not quite at a saute temperature, more of at a sweating temperature on the onions. We're going to get a little bit of like translucent color on them. That's where the sugars don't burn. They don't caramelize. We're just getting the flavor out of everything. So as the flavor melds out, it's really easy to do on induction because it's perfectly even. Every square inch of this pan is connected to a generator below this surface via magnetism. So every square inch of the pan is connecting with the generator that's sending current directly through the glass into the pan, heating the pan directly, boom, instant even heat, 5 times faster than gas. Well, so we're not preheating on our wall ovens. That's awesome. We're not preheating in our 5-in-1 that cooks 8 times faster than a normal oven. And now we're over here cooking 5 times faster than gas, but I think 5 times or 10 times more even. You get the idea here in the Minimalist Collection. It's about speed, but it's not about sacrifice. We sacrifice waiting for things, but we don't sacrifice flavor. So my onions are looking perfect. We throw in those mangoes. Another great component of chutney, so healthy. What do a lot of folks do now with their diet? Oh, we get up in the morning, we got to drink our vinegar. You know, I was buying champagne vinegar, you know, how expensive this is, it doesn't matter, it's Monogram. But next to it was like 8 bottles of drinking vinegar. I think they had more flavors of drinking vinegar than champagne, raspberry vinegar, all those fun things. So it's healthy. You know what else is healthy? Turmeric. So we put some turmeric in there. Gives us a nice vibrant color. How about ginger? Don't we do cayenne and ginger for some reason? We got to chug that to clean us up. Hey, maybe we're onto something here with this chutney stuff. Oh boy, flatbread looking good. We're gonna let the Brie just kind of sit in there and hang out. Grab this flatbread really quickly. Oh man, I'll bring it to the camera, don't you worry. So I got the garlic browning I want on top, right? And then I get kind of that leopardine flavor crumb cracker on the bottom. Looks gorgeous to me. Put that pot back down there. Very good. It was cool. You know, I got carried away there. My bread was just about finished. I was excited to be putting some food on a plate here in a second. You see what I did? I set that pan right there. And I didn't freak out because I got long-winded. This happens at home. I'm pouring an extra beer. I'm talking to the neighbor. The dog gets loose. You know, I left the car parked in the middle of the street again while I was cooking. You pull that pot off, and eventually that burner, after 30 seconds, just shuts right down. We'll put it back on so it does not, and we'll get the rest of our ingredients here. What else do we have for chutney? Well, we got some citrus. You could use lime, lemon, or you could do like I do and take lemon and mix it with mango juice. So fresh squeeze or whatever your sources are. You take that lemon and mango juice, gives you the acidity that you need, breaks down that the ginger just a little bit. But mango chutney, by far, guys, it's induction. You can make a mess. It doesn't matter. Cleans up easy. Mango chutney, by far, one of my favorite food groups out there. And I know it is a food group. You can argue with me, but you can't. I can't hear you, so that's all right. Say whatever I want. For me, though, living down in the islands, I don't know if anybody has had the pleasure going to like White Bay, Soggy Dollar, Yost Van Dyke. Oh my gosh. But if you have, there's something down there called a roti. And it's made with this like curry kind of stewed chicken. And they make a chickpea, I think it's gluten-free chickpea wrap. And then they put this fresh mango chutney and vegetables in there. And you just sit there and you live. It's such a simple pleasure, simple flavors, but it means so much to me. It's such a memory food. So as that kind of reduces down, we're going to let it reduce, kind of listen for those claps a little bit. And just as it gets a little bit reduced, we put the brown sugar and golden raisins in there. Brown organic sugar, get it out of the bag, use it as soon as you do, because it starts to harden up, but it has such a rich flavor to it. Just reminds me of that very kind of tropically nutty, even coconutty kind of flavors to it for me. So we're gonna let that reduce down, crank up the temperature. That's okay, we've got steam for a reason. And now my Brie is finished off here too. Guys, I can't wait to bring this into you. Makes me look like a rock star. I've got colleagues that don't have any business in the kitchen. I bet they could even do it. I'm just joking. They're all looking at me right now. I can hear it starting to clap at me. This is just about ready. Only reason I don't like to serve this hot is because the viscosity of it is just a little bit off. It's a little bit runny. I like for it to cool down a bit and let those raisins break down. So as it cools, it kind of comes back to what I had shown you all just a little bit earlier when I was putting that Brie on there, on top of the Brie. It's that jam, it's that Caribbean jelly, it's that Indian chutney. Whatever you want to call it is fine with me. Just don't forget the vinegar. I like to add mine just toward the end to try to control the flavor. I also like to use it, use different flavors of that vinegar. I said that champagne vinegar goes really good with the Brie. Think about what you're eating it with. You know, there's different types of Cabernet, Sangiovese, red wine vinegars, raspberry, strawberry, blueberry. When you use a different vinegar, you don't have to do as much with the rest of your cooking. Pair it up with something else fresh. You know, pair it up with the very easiest things out there when you're doing your salad dressings. Raspberry vinegar, fresh raspberries, touch of honey. Great vinaigrette. Stop there. If you have a favorite herb, add it in. This is the simplicity of sauce making, dressing making, is really based off of those vinegars. So just do your research and buy little bottles. Don't buy the big 10-gallon bottle that you go, oh, well, now I got to cook raspberry vinegar for the next 50 years. Buy smaller bottles. They're more expensive. You just don't have to stare at them, watch them go off, or waste them at all. Now, we're going to have some fun. I've enjoyed my virtual time, guys. I've had so much fun plating, but I've learned, you know what, on virtual, yeah, bigger is better. You know, let's fill it up. You know, so we're going to get some. I had these little plates, you know, before COVID, the little black plates. I was going to do all this cute little stuff on them, just the cutest little thing. Well, that doesn't work out so well on virtual, so we went the other direction. I kept black, but I went a little bit bigger. All right, so we went just a little bit bigger on the black plate, because when I bring the camera angle down, now we're going to get into some very like fun pops of color, bring this to life just a little bit for you guys. Before I do that, I forgot, I accidentally used all the mango that I needed. That's okay, I've got the skills. Watch this, we'll show you another way to cut a mango. Down like that, down like that. You've done this with an avocado, right? There we go. Filet, that's a filet, a mango filet. So very easy, even chefs make mistakes. I'm gonna come back and do our prep work again. Magic of TV or the magic of knife skills. All right, there we go. Into my little prep bowl here. Awesome. Now for plating, guys, color, pop, excitement. Do not rush the plating process on anything you do at home. We shop for so long. We prep for so long. We have the idea of what should happen in our heads, and then we just get so gosh darn hungry, we forget that we should have not rushed it and really put some time to this. So nice big workspace. You know, it's like designing a house. You need a little bit of open space to let all the beautiful designs breathe. Take that Brie, man, right there in the middle. Beautiful. How about a little chutney off here? Don't worry, I'm not done yet. And then you just run a spoon through it, okay? Draw a line. Put some of that chutney on top of there. That's beautiful. How about this? Who doesn't like pomegranates, right? Who doesn't like mango and pomegranate? Who doesn't like that with their Brie? So we just put a little bit of that down. Nice and fun. Cooking is fun. It's supposed to be a little bit messy, all right? These countertops, they're not cheap. They're meant to take the wear and tear, just like the cooktop. So really bring it to life. Little basil, or if you want parsley, or if you want cilantro, that's good. We didn't make this great bread just for nothing. We're gonna tear some of that, put that around that Brie. Now everybody can kind of just start coming and grabbing a piece of that. Man, you know, I've got tile companies in the building. When they get rid of their tile, or they have a new tile, they like to bring me boards like this so we could at least show it off and go, hey, today we're setting on this tile brand. How fun is that? Give it a little cutting board, tile, awesome. Once again, a little bit more of that mango and that pomegranate. I've got a little knife here somewhere hiding on me. There it is. We'll take that Brie. Am I in close enough? I am not. Wow, how shameful. Guys, oh, are you getting hungry yet?
We'll be right over, Chef John.
I cannot wait. I'm gonna be wrapping up with you guys here in a second.
No, take your time. You're doing great. Thanks.
Nice big slice of that gooey Brie, guys. I did not lie to you. That air fry is quick. Get that on a little bit of bread like that, a little bit of that chutney in there. Oh man, is that absolutely living. And we'll just wipe up quick. The idea is, sure, did I make a mess? But all of our appliances accomplish this so much quicker than anything else out there. Between hot air fry, between 5-in-1 cooking technology with no preheating. You saw the chutney come together with a little extra prep work. But all in all, it's having the appliances that support what you want to do in the kitchen. It's all about making sure that you know appliances are not created equal, that today's technology in appliances is far, far more advanced than anything you're used to. Do your homework. Check out Monogram first, because that's a great place to start to know where the top is. I think I've shown that for you guys today. It's been my absolute pleasure to bring this hot air fry baked Brie to you. Let me see if there's any questions out there.
Yes, there are questions, Chef John. Stacy Munich asks, is the air fry available in both in both 5-in-1 ovens and over-the-counter version?
No, so that's a great question, Stacy. I miss you. Good to hear from you. It'll be soon that we'll get back together again. But the new 5-in-1 does not have hot air fry. It has a new crisp reheat mode that is very, very low level microwaves and hot dry air methods that kind of gives you a little bit of that, but it's more for like bringing back your steak fries, your steak, something that you're really kind of yearning for over the last year to eat again, and you want to reheat better. Crisp reheat. The large format oven, yeah, air fry, dehydrate. Professional ranges, air fry will be in that as well. The Minimalist Collection or Statement, you know, it will be, the wall ovens will be loaded with pretty much the same features though. The French door wall oven I see on there, I don't believe that, no, we're not doing the hot air fry on the French door right now.
Okay, great. And Chef John, Nancy Jacobson from Kitchen Design Partners asked, for standard oven settings like baking, how long is the preheat to 400 degrees? Do you always use convection instead of standard bake?
Yeah, that's a great question. And I've been in the industry long enough when they basically get the paper off the ovens and I go, all right, get out the timer. Let's preheat to 300. Let's preheat to 350. So I think that the question was 400 degrees. Preheat is 16 to 18 minutes, depending on where you're at, what time of the year, windows open, air conditioning, all those fun things. Okay. And then there was a second part to that question?
Yeah, so do you always use convection instead of standard bake?
I do. I stick to convection. It's kind of what I was raised on in the industry when I really learned how to cook and learned that there was a convection. So since I was 18, which is more than 18 years, I think, ago now, I've been using convection solely. I do have some recipes that I use on standard bake. And standard bake just means, just like we can do in this oven. So if you have recipes that have always been done on standard bake, I'm not trying to make you remake them. You can turn this oven on and get the same result, just like I have my grandmother's recipes, coconut thumbprint cookies and whatnot, that I can now get the same exact results. But for me, it's more nostalgia than anything else.
Okay, fabulous. And so Chef John, we have a section in the Whova app that says discussions Q&A. So I want everyone to go ahead and put their additional questions there. And if you could check that and answer those questions continuously throughout the conference, that would be absolutely fabulous.
Absolutely, not a problem. Wendy, I got to thank you guys once again. If there's no other questions out there, I know you guys got to run to the next thing, I'm sure, as do we. But thank you so much for being such a great partner with Monogram. We always love having you in person and virtually, and just a pleasure to be with you guys today.
Yeah, well, thank you. And I'm so excited to hear that starting, you said next week, people can start coming in for appointments.
Yeah, that's right. I think even this week we could take them, but definitely starting next week. Even for an in-person meal, if I can keep the same group together or just one or two people, we'd sure love to see you all again.
Okay, can't wait. Thanks, Chef John. Mwah. Kisses to
Thank you, Wendy.
Courtney. Thank you again. All right, take care.
Thank you.